Kirkwood Math. All right, we're back again. So if you just joined us from our addition video, like I said, we're going to do the same thing. We are subtracting fractions. We're going to go over the steps and then we're going to practice. I also have practice problems that are both addition and subtraction at the end so that you can practice and just pay attention to that sign. Okay, so going over our steps. Remember, the very first thing we do is find the LCD of the which is the lowest common denominator. It's basically the LCM of the denominators. Okay, so let's do that first. So 5 and 15, some of us might know this in our head already, but basically we know it's going to be 15. 5, 10, 15. And 15 that's the first one, right? So there's our LCD. That is step 1. LCD 15. Okay. Step 2 is to multiply each fraction to create that LCD, or in other words, we're making equivalent fractions with the LCD as that denominator. Okay. Form of 1 means a number on top of itself. Okay, so the nice thing is that 11/15 I don't have to do anything with. Yes, I could times it by 1, but we're just going to leave it there. It's a-okay. 2/5, however, does need to be turned into 15ths. So I'm going to multiply by my form of 1, which is 5 times, because 5 times 3 is 15, and I'm going to get 6/15. Now, pay attention in this next part, because when we write our subtraction problem, we need to make sure to pay attention to the order of the fractions. Because with subtraction, if I flip-flop my first fraction and my second fraction, it's going to be wrong. So I need to make sure that I have the equivalent fraction of 11/15 first, and then the equivalent fraction of 2/5. So I need to make sure that in this case, it's 11/15 take away 6/15. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and just subtract the numerators here. So 11 take away 6 is 5. 5/15. Okay, and then my last step is to simplify if needed. And in this case, we do need it. Okay, subtract to find the difference. Okay. So when we're simplifying, as a reminder, we are dividing by the GCF of the numerator and denominator. Okay, so what goes into 5 and 15 evenly? 5. And if you need to make a T-chart to do that, you can. It's going to become 1/3, and that is going to be my final answer. 1/3. All right, so you're going to go ahead and practice these 3 problems. Just practice that subtracting following our steps. You can go back to your notes if you need to. The only change here is when you have a mixed number, just like when we add, we need to turn it in proper first. So we're going to multiply 6 times 3, which is 18, plus, so 6 times 3 plus 1, and that's going to get me 19/6 take away 1/7, and that's the problem you need to solve, not the 3 and 1/6 take away 1/7. Okay, so practice with me. Actually, let's do the first one together since we don't have as many practice on this lesson. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to find is that LCD 12. I don't really need to write that there, but it's the LCD of 12 and 8. So I'm going to skip count by 12s. I'm going to skip count by 8s. You can make a number line, or you could do the prime factor tree. These numbers are pretty small, so I'm just going to skip count. So 12, 24, 8, 16, 24. And again, if you can do the LCD in your head, do it. You don't have to write it out. You just need to show me all the other math that's going on. Okay. So 24 is our LCD. So now we're going to find those common, those equivalent fractions with the common denominator. So I'm going to turn 5/12 into 24ths by multiplying by that form of 1, which is 2/2. Okay, I'm going to turn 3/8 into 24ths. Again, by multiplying by the form of 1, 8 times 3 is 24, so I'm going to get 9/12. So my new problem is 10 24ths. I said 12ths, 9 24ths. Take away 9 24ths, and that's 1 24th. And then the last step is to simplify if needed, but we do not need it on this one. So go ahead and try 16 and 20, pause, and then come back and see if you're right. All right, so much work here. On number 16, we found an LCD of 60. We got 25 60ths, take away 9 60ths, and then reduced that to 4 15ths. And on 21, we got an LCD of 42, converted that to 133 40s over 42 and 6 over 42, and got 3 and 1/42. Okay, so now this is where we're going to practice looking at our signs. So you can't just assume it's addition or subtraction, you have to pay attention. Okay, and we're still going to say that if there is a mixed number here, we're still going to turn it improper. So this would become 3 times 8, which is 24, plus 3, which is 27. So this is 27/8 plus 5/12. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and solve these problems. Give it a practice. Pay attention to your signs, right? Pause that video and then come back and join me and see if you can double check your work with my answers. All right, here we are. So you can pause this video and take a look at my work. I tried to color coordinate, but in the end, I got 7/12 for 11, 9/20. Oh, that can be reduced again. No, it can't. 9/20 for 12, and 13 is 1/5. Then 14, I got 16 25ths. 15, I got 3 and 19 24ths. And for 16, I ended up getting 5 and 38 90ths. So give it a try. If I made a mistake, let me know. You can put it in the comments, or you can just let me know in class, because it is a lot of work to do at once and we all make mistakes. But hopefully you've had lots of practice with adding and subtracting fractions. Don't forget that our steps are the same. Our first step is to find the least common multiple of the denominators. Then we make equivalent fractions with the LCD as our denominator. We rewrite our problem and making sure to order the fractions in the correct order, especially during subtraction. Then we subtract or add and simplify. Okay. All right, good luck.